Hello, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about how to install Python on your Android phone and use it for data analysis. First and foremost, to install Python on your Android phone, you go to Google Play Store. Now the one I installed is PyDroid 3. You can see there, that is it, PyDroid 3. It shows open. That is it. So because it's already installed, that's why it's showing open. But once you go, you type PyDroid 3 on your search, you download it. So once you download it, you come, this is how the PyDroid 3 is. You go to your menu option here, then you type, you click on pip, and you type the library name you are to install. Now, before we install the library, you have to know the basic library you need for data analysis. So for a start, you'll be needing the following libraries for data analysis using Python. First one is Pandas data frame. That is Pandas, that is the name of the library. And what Pandas does is your data can be in any format, CSV file, Excel, different type of file. What Pandas does is it puts the data in table format. It puts the data in table form. I will show you a sample code I wrote, and so you understand better. Now it puts your data in table format. So once your data in table format, you have this idea of, oh, it's like an Excel table. So you know how to access each cell or each data in the table. Then you need matplotlib. Now that one is for 2D visualization, like for charts in 2D formats. Then the third one you need is NumPy, numerical computation. Now it's in like list is an array, two-dimensional array, and you can use it to a two-dimensional array data of numbers. That's why it's called numerical computation. You use it to loop through it, and it calculates very fast. It's very fast in looping through an array of numbers. So if you have a table of numbers, you can use NumPy to loop through it and do your computation very fast. We have other libraries such as Plotly, that one is for 3D visualization. We have SciPy for technical and scientific data computation, but those ones are a little bit more advanced. The basic one you need is Pandas, Matplotlib, and NumPy. Those are the basic ones you need. Then depending on the projects you encounter, you will need to download other ones. Like for me, based on some projects I've worked on, I had to download NLTK, regex, and so on. So to see the libraries that are installed here, you go to your options, you go back to the pip. So if you were to install Pandas, you will type Pandas and click on install. Make sure your data is on. Make sure your data is on. Okay, so I already have it installed. So let me show you from my libraries. You see the libraries that are already installed on this my Python app. You can see them. Anywhere you see on install, it means it's already installed. So you can see date and time. You will need it at some point in time. Matplotlib. I've used NLTK for tokenization, NumPy, Pandas, and so many others. This is where you see. This one is for database, PySQLite 3, regex, you need it, and so on and so forth. So this is where you find the libraries that are installed and how you install your library. So now let's go to a sample data that we used at least for practice. Now this is a sample code. In my next videos, I will explain in details what each code do. so you can understand Python more and how it works. So for this code, it's used to, you can see from the top, it's used to check for name of app for non-English character. Now, first and foremost, let me run the code so that you can see the table and see the kind of characters that is, so you can understand what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Now, if you look at the top of the screen, you see original data. So this is the original data table. The first one, which is on point 0, is Pac-Man Premium. The second one is Everton, MS, and so on. Now look at the Chinese app here. This is it. That is app number 9. That is a Chinese app. Now I want to delete that Chinese app. Then you can see the results. You can see the title, names of English apps. You can see them. That app number 9 is not here again. So now let's go to the code so you can understand it better. I'm just perusing through it. I'm not explaining in details. So now for you to be able to check if it is an English app or not English app, we use ASCII code, that is ASCII numbers. Each character in the world has its number, and any character, you can see from the comments, it says ASCII character greater than number 127 and non-English. For app name with special character which are non-English, we decide to give room for max of 3 non-English character. Now the reason why we give maximum of non-English character, because there are some app name that contain non-English character like emoji. So we have to use this for loop to check through it to see. You can see we say greater than 3 here and so on. So now in this function non-English, we passed in the data. This df is the original data which we passed in and we checked is English. We check, use the code, that initial code, to check if it is English, and if it is not, and so on, and we put our result in the data frame for the English app. So this is the place that calls the function. So this is the function here, non-English. Take note, this is it, df non-English. So we call the function here non-English. But I just put it in a print statement. So once it executes the function, it just prints the result. Why this df is the variable passed into the function. You can see the df here. So we are declaring what df is, and this df is Apple Store path.csv. So the original data is in CSV format, which we opened using this read CSV, and we put it in a data frame PD. Look at it. We imported at the top here. We imported pandas as PD. So anywhere you see PD is pandas. So this is the PD here. So we imported the file into a data frame, and we call the data frame df. So we put the data frame in this non-English function, which is this, and it checked, and anyone that is not an English app, it deletes it, and that's how we got our result here. Let's look at the result again. So you can see this app number 12, it has an emoji, and an emoji is not an English character, but you can see it's InstaChat, so it's obviously an English app. So that's why we have to give maximum of 3. When you go through the main data, because this is just part of the data, when you go through the main data, you will see there's some that has emojis and all those things, so that we will not just delete all apps. Because if we didn't put the condition of greater than 3, we would have ended up deleting this InstaChat. So I believe with this, at least you can start your journey to becoming a professional data analyst with just your mobile phone. In subsequent video, will show us how to connect to database, because on this Android phone you can connect to your database and work with your SQL. We also run different projects, so I can see hands-on how to use Python to analyze data. Thank you very much.